Okay. So, throughout my life, I've had a strange perspective with truth and reality, and I think it's time I share something I wrote a very long time ago, probably early in high school, somewhere around sophomore year. And I haven't been in high school for about somewhere around 4 years now. So it's been a while. And, I don't know, this is a weird video to make, but I think it's worth it. It's a very short piece, um, but I hope you like it. And this is kind of me showing my truth, the one that I've had a weird relationship with. Okay, so this chapter is called Today, and it goes a little something like this. Today I learned to find what I'm not sure yet, but I do know that it's important to me. So important that I can see connections in every single part of my life, even in things that previously held no meaning at all to me. This present, one so precious that not many can find, is where we live. If you can't exist where you are, where might your be why, where might be your foundation? Somewhere you have faith that you'll find? Blind faith is but an excuse to do what makes you feel comfortable and procrastinate from your truth out of fear. Today is the day because tomorrow becomes today when it comes. It is intelligence that keeps us from stable minds. It is the unstable mind that keeps us from satisfaction. From intelligence comes the satisfaction. We are but animals with the universe within our consciousness. Once peace is reached, one can find their own God defined. Divinity is unanimity, and unanimous is the uniqueness of individual humans. Therefore, to find God, to find yourself, to let the universe experience itself, is to let you be yourself. Today is the day. Okay, that's chapter 1. Chapter 2 is titled Fairness. To be fair is an act of judgment. Less people need to worry about other people. I do realize that if you reread that statement, it is hypocritical. To change one behavior is an act to fix something. To change one's behavior in an act to fix something brings more attention to the problem than just letting go and moving forward. Your problems are yours, so deal with them, as will I. Those that depend on others have given up. They don't give value to their own existence and abilities. All things are possible, and all things are beautiful, if only one takes a proper, centered perspective. Don't treat others like you want to be treated. Treat them like you don't fear them, as if you trust them. Any other complication can be solved with trusting and creative changes. Okay. Dogma. For every single belief, there lies a dogma. The cause of this is closed-mindedness. The mind shouldn't have to be limited to the brain. Atoms aren't made of nothing, and the particles also have their own parts, as well as the quarks and gluons and photons. Energy and consciousness pervade and superimpose on every single unit of nothing and or something, so that things can exist with and without logic and science. Crazy people don't say things without meaning, and the more nonsensical they sound, the better the message has potential to be. Yet you don't have to be crazy to speak the truth. Even though this is just simply and only my truth. Yours can be different, or can be totally different just based off of your perspective on things. You must be your truth. Okay. Fear. Times of ease are the spoils of war, and the war with oneself is the longest war in history, no matter what the history teacher may say. Experience can say that people can come to terms with themselves, so what may be the force of war? I think the answer lies inside of you, in your heart, and your emotions. Every time fear is held in, can we blame it to boil? Fear is the reason for the fences protecting your yard, the reason for national borders, for life-saving medicine. But opinions on safety differ. I think safety can be hogwash, pardon the French. Yet, a story for another time. The ramble-saturated point is, you can't love when filled with fear. It's only an illusion based on desire of connection and safety. Since love is boundless, fear doesn't belong in the mix. Become boundless. I think there's only one more part. Let's see. No, there's more than one. Okay, this one's a bit controversial, but bear with me. Must we be righteous? Must life bring labels bound by endless definition? Shall we discover in everything? Need we do so? I'm not exactly here to give opinion, I shall only express. To that end, I accept claims of hypocrisy. Have you ever had an argument over what something means, or perhaps what you define something in your own words? From the perspective of infinity, or even artistry, the arguments are dishonest. No one comes to a conclusion, nor decides upon themselves. They're conflict of personality, neither right nor wrong. Why vow for being socially and acceptedly right? The answers are for you to discover. May your journey begin. Okay, this is like a poem, sort of, but just flaws. We all have a piece to play. I'm flaky, clingy, spoiled, emotional, lonely, stubborn, blind to others, self-satisfying, messy, hypocritical, far too existential, impatient, and many more. But my flaws guide me to my true place, and it's taken me long enough to feel free because of my denials. I miss myself sometimes. May our sufferings lead to the greatest of forged minds, and may all shortcomings give rise to grandeur of progress once learned upon. Love self. I guess it keeps going. I think that's the end. Yeah, this was made in 2016, so yeah, about 4 years. Fun. Play. Play is the reason why we work in force, king the term workforce. Without freedom, we are stubborn to break boundaries. We must find a place to rest and revive. Should we define what is fun? Because once applied, boringness exists. This is why our species tends to distaste silence. Please, must I ask how you should define life so you become aware of your perceptions and consequences of perception? Think about it. Live yourself. Okay. So I'm not bragging or anything. It's literally just me trying to share a specific part in my life that was really important to me as a person. And I think it's worth it to get to this point, even if you don't go back, even if you forget everything, and you become a new person in the end. And that's okay, change comes. It's all a journey. I hope you have a good day. Bye now.